Are there any satisfying moments or unforgettable events and moments that you can recall?
There are certainly many gratifying moments in my work. Say, just like yesterday when we had a visitor, right? And he commented that, oh, you seem to enjoy being the principal of MSS. I said, yes, right? You know, every year I do receive a lot of thank you letters from parents, right? Describing how the children has changed or transformed after a few years of learning at MSS. Some would mention that, you know, his or her daughter used to be very quiet, shy, very dependent on, you know, the parents, but now they have become mature, very independent learners, or very confident and good leaders, or team player, very good leaders or team players. So these are very gratifying moments, and because I find that our work, all right, mine together with my colleagues, we are able to achieve our educational goals of the school.
That's great. And Mrs. Ma?
Quite a few that I can especially remember. One is team building, and the fact that teachers do enjoy being together, whether at work or at playtime. Just the day before yesterday, we had our staff development day. We went to a day campsite, and besides listening to a professional speaker's sharing, we had an afternoon's off, okay, at the site for our 3 hours for our enjoyment. And I think the PE panel of teachers have organized all the teachers to participate in a badminton context.
Wow.
And the participants come from various subject panels, and they pair themselves up, and the others are, you know, just spectators, but then they do display very good spectator spirit as well, to cheer for each other and to congratulate each other after, you know, the contest is over. And I actually talked to those who actually participated as contestants afterwards, and they said, it's good to have this kind of arrangement, Mrs. Ma. Then I said, why? Why do you like it? You can always, you know, find each other to play, right, after work. And they said, no, it isn't this way. We have to be together as a team. And then we have to be appreciating each other's strengths, because I know that I can play badminton well, and I know that some other teachers can play some other ball games even better than I can. And perhaps next year you can organize other kind of contests. I think it is the search for each other's strengths and to show appreciation of each other's strengths and presence. And I think this relates to our vision and our core value of relating to each other, okay, and at the same time appreciating each other's presence in our team.
Whenever I go to the chapel in the primary school, particularly last year where we have the morning mass, where the whole both primary and secondary all came for the mass, and there were parents coming and there were alumni coming. And that celebration of the Eucharist really meant to tell us about Marymount as a Catholic school. And then we have our roof garden where our students, teachers could walk around, pray or reflect and share. And our mirror walls, those are hardware, but at the same time also showed the school being together in Christ, and I'm really grateful for that. Thank God for that. I think last week I met a number of Marymount students at Hong Kong U. Some of them they're in the law faculty, some of them are in the political science, and one of them is doing a PhD program. All right, they're very happy, doing very well in their studies. One of them shared with me that, oh, I remember the messages you share with us in school assembly, including the songs. Right? That tell me something important about giving out messages. And seeing how excellent they are doing after Marymount, and the contribution back, because they're running president in Education Society and in the Law Society in the CUHK. And there are moments that I really feel very grateful for. And I'm also very touched by the parents, the dedication of the parents serving PTA. I think after 10, 15, 12 years, I think we become friends, really. And even when the daughters graduated, they do come back and celebrate and serve the schools. And that it really touched me a lot. And of course, I think in the walkathon a few weeks ago, and the dedication of the alumni in all the preparations and all the time. They work really till 5 in the morning. And that spirit of care and love for the school. And then tell me something what the alumni have learned from the school, whether it's in Marymount time or Marymount time. That sense of service, that sense of contribution back to the school. All right, and that spirit of gratitude that I'm really grateful for.
So today we are celebrating our 85th anniversary. So moving forward, how do you see MSS MPS going? What's our direction? Any future plans?
We have a very good foundation, so, right, in the last 85 years. In the coming years, following on what Ms. Ma and Mrs. Ma shared, that I think we'll focus on gifted education, because gifted education is a good education for all. Our students are full of potentials, and here in Marymount, how we help them to realize the potentials. I think we put in more resources on that. Our education is also aimed at forming our students to be a person of service for others and with others. So in our future plan, we will continue with the service learning, both in the primary and the secondary. Yeah. And on that, we put on more resources to bring students, all right, to help them to have more exposure to the less fortunate people in our community or in our region, and how to bring up that sense of service. And hoping that through that experience they learned at school, that will prepare them to be a more caring and loving leader after the graduations. So I think in the recent few years, our emphasis has been forming our students to be leader. I use the term heroic leader. And to be heroic leader, what is more important is not just by doing, but by being. So in terms of future plan, we'll help form our students in having heroic leadership quality. So I think that would also require our extra resources, helping students to have more exposure, not just for students from family that are better off. I would like all students in Marymount, disregard of the financial situation at home, that they will have equal opportunity for that.
So Ms. Ma, anything to add?
Well, what I like to add is that we have been providing quality education at Marymount, and we will be providing quality education at Marymount in coming years. In fact, Dr. Hui has already pointed out the main direction of the school.
Same for MPS, and I think it is also in our vision of the MPS graduate that we aim at grooming the little ones, okay, before they join secondary schools to be ready to serve, to learn and to lead. And I think I agree with what Dr. Hui has just said about being a caring, loving and compassionate leader who can make wise decisions.
Sure. So of course, with all the changes, of course, it's unavoidable, but I'm sure that the core values, our Catholic ethos, our core values, the school spirit will always be the same. So thank you for your time today. I'm really glad that we have this opportunity to share with all our students and parents and alumni.
As our 85th anniversary slogan, may we continue to grow in grace and soar in symphony for the greater glory of God.
My thanks to all of you in the Marymount community. In celebrating our 85th anniversary, we recall all the graces that we received. It's a time of thanksgiving, also a time of celebration. It's also a time that we planned and move ahead. And for this, I thank all of you for all your dedications, passion, and love for Marymount.
Soar in symphony, grow in grace. Let's continue to walk our MSS MPS way. Happy birthday to Marymount.